When you're the president of a country that has gone through 38 years of Robert Mugabe, you can expect to have a lot of bad days in the office. Ask Mr. Bean. Eh? Now, you're no different from a doctor who has been given a patient, and this patient has been sick for 38 years. They come into your theater, and they're not only broken on every part of their body, but their body is also infected. You are going to have a lot of bad days. Now, I am one of the most critical people of ED within ZANU-PF, but as of yesterday, I am now at the point where I feel ED has finally got a grip of his government. Allow me to explain. What was the biggest problem with Robert Mugabe? He was bad for business. His mind, his heart, and his actions were bad for business. Now, I hear people who say, oh, but ED was part of the system for 38 years. Very true, he was. Let me introduce you to the matrix of organization. I want you to think of the home you live in, or the home you grew up in. I want you to think about the church you go to. Think about the preacher, your papa. Think about the company you work for, no matter how great in size, big or small. Matrix of organization demands that less than 3 people, at most, call the shots in any organization. A church, take a church like our PhD ministries, Reverend Magaya. PhD ministry, no matter what decision is to be made, if Walter Magaya says we're going one way, we're going one way. That's what happens when you have a center of power. Think of MDC under Morgan Tsvangirai. If Morgan Tsvangirai says we're going one way, we're going one way. Think of Strive Masiwa with Econet. He says we're going one way, we're going one way. Think of the home you live in. If the father says we're going one way, we are going one way. Unless, of course, Mbamago Garachiera, then of course if Chiera says jump, men, listen to me. If Chiera says jump, you ask how high? Because Chiera kutongwa kuda. My bad. The point I'm trying to make is ED is starting to have some good days. Yesterday, Honorable Superman Nduwanzira delivered a big win for President Mnangagwa. Every time you do an EcoCash transaction, zip it or mobile transfer, you're charged hidden costs of money by your bank to the bank you're sending to, by the mobile operator you use, because you're using their network to do your transaction. It doesn't feel like much money when you transact, but in the long run, that all adds up to the massive profits that the banks are making. ED has now instructed government to cut those costs by half. This is important because it means Zimbabweans now have more money left in their pockets at the end of every spending cycle. If that doesn't mean anything to you, how about this? The cost of internet per megabyte has been reduced by government from 15 cents per megabyte to 5 cents per megabyte. The cost of the internet has also been cut. Now, this essentially means the cost of doing business on the internet has been cut. I'm not impressed by the fact that the cost of business is now cheaper. I am impressed because ED was able to do it with the mobile operators, the banks, RBZ, Potras agreeing to make it cheaper. Anybody who understands business will tell you this. This is a massive, massive deliverable for the president. To those who don't understand business, it's like ukatora small house yago, small house. Ukatora ex-girlfriend, ukatora current wife, ukatora vese woti garigare pasi tite sangano. Mubvumirana kuti you're not only going to live in the same house, you're even going to bring in a mine. How impossible is that? And that's what ED has done. So well done, Super. Well done, Portras. Well done, the banks and everybody who participated.
At Chicken Inn, we believe that love is timeless. We know that it is the simple moments that matter. Simple moments that become the priceless moments we cherish. We understand that what we love brings us together, and that our vows and commitments bind us even closer. And so as days turn into months, months turn into years, and years turn into milestones, we remember the smiles, the laughter, and the things we loved. As time and age advance, and the blessing of love is passed on to yet another generation. As past, present, and future collide, all that remains are the moments shared together, the memories. All that remains is love. The original Zimbabwean taste you've loved since 1987. Chicken Inn.
Now, ED took time out of his day to pay a surprise visit to go and watch the visiting legends who were playing against the Zimbabwean legends at the National Sports Stadium. What impressed me and what I learned about this man is his charm is very different from Mugabe's charm. Mugabe was excellent on stage, very excellent, but useless per ground. Excellent upper, but useless upper. ED is the exact opposite. He is excellent off the stage. Priska Mufumira, the Minister of Tourism, now I clearly understand why that's one of his favorite ministers, because they're both not excellent on stage, but they are brutally effective on the ground. It's easy to do videos and cheer each other on, yeah, let's attack ED, but I think he might have just figured out his own style and how that style works for him. If it will win in the election, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. The second thing that happened is, and this will be an absolute silver bullet if it actually comes into being. Thankfully, thanks to the careless hands of Terence Mukupe, we saw the leaked letter. Terence Mukupe wrote a letter to all line ministries advising them that on the 1st of July, $128 million of cash was going to be disbursed into the market. Another 242 would follow once the structural arrangements were put into place. This essentially means ED would have solved the liquidity crisis. Mark my words. It would be stupidity for anybody to not give this man a second chance. Yes, he inherited an absolute mess. Yes, you can blame him for creating part of that mess. But maybe, a big maybe, that this man who is now in charge has actually proven that he's got the capacity and ability to clean up this mess, even if it was his to start with. Until tomorrow, head bowed. Hi guys, thank you for supporting the Lumumba Files. To make sure you don't miss a show, press the subscribe button below and the notification button, that's the one with the little bell, and you will always get told when I put up a show. Thank you for watching. Head bowed.